Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Give me like 2 seconds here to get my counter running and then we should be good. So everyone tuning in, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I was actually intending to start streaming an hour earlier today than I am now, but I had some car issues that I had to take care of, and let's just double check this counter before we really get into things. Alright, we're good. So we can get going here. And welcome to everyone joining in at the very start of this slightly earlier stream today. You read my message and then immediately got notified. Good timing there, Ben Pokemaster. Because like I posted that literally as soon as YouTube recognized the stream went online. I don't want to post it before like I actually see YouTube start recognizing the stream, because I have had issues where OBS like gets mad and says the stream key is wrong, even though it's still the same. Much better. It's midnight there. Yeah, Filippo, so that's kind of part of why. And actually, for you, I'm going to be streaming an hour earlier normally, so it'll be like 11 for you. I literally got like 10 minutes away from streaming and had to go deal with my car. Because my car broke down in a Walmart parking lot yesterday. So I could not leave it there for more than like 48 hours. Otherwise, they'd be like, yo, you can't leave your car here. So I had to walk to Walmart, buy a gallon of water, pour it in because all my coolant leaked out, basically is what happened. So the car won't drive very far without overheating. So in order to get it back to the apartment, I went and bought a gallon of water and just poured the whole jug into like the radiator on my car, and had to drive back to my apartment, hoping it didn't all leak out before then, just so they didn't like tow my car. But yeah, so that's the story as to why this stream is starting an hour later than I intended it to. You got that shiny Charmander you were hunting. Nice, Brendan. That is awesome. I hope I can have some of that shiny luck today. Alex Turner, let's get Treecko today. I hope we do, man. I hope we do. So yeah, for anyone who missed last stream or did not see the notification I posted in the announcements channel on Discord today, which link down in the description for that Discord if anyone wants to join and chat and get these updates such as this one. Today is the first day that I will be streaming for 2 hours instead of 3. And that's not me cutting out like time of my streams really, it's me making the streams 2 hours, but adding 2 more a week. So basically I'm essentially adding an hour of streaming every week, but I'm doing it over a longer period of time. So I'll be streaming 5 days a week for 2 hours each day, and the streams will be starting and going from 5 to 7 Eastern time. Today it did start, like, it's going to be 6 to 8 just because those car issues I mentioned a minute ago. But yeah, so there's going to be a few changes in terms of that. There shouldn't really be much else aside from that. Please get it now. I hope we get it, Filippo. I hope we do. I'm really excited to get this Treecko now. And like I said, if we could get it before 6,700, I'd be happy. If we could get it before 7,000, I'd be really happy. You know, if we could just get it, I'd be pretty happy. Thanks for doing the live earlier. You're welcome, Mama. That's you guys over in Europe. That's part of why I wanted to move it earlier. Plus, it gives me a little bit of time after the streams. So basically, when I get them to the time I want them to be, they'll be 5 to 7, which gives me a good bit of time afterwards. I don't tend to go to bed until like midnight, so it gives me a good amount of time afterwards if I need to like do any last minute like stuff in terms of, you know, my car needs more things, or I need to run and go get groceries, I want to hang out with friends, stuff like that. It'll give me some time to do that, and it makes it earlier for all you guys over in Europe. You know, because like you guys always talk about hopping off the streams and it's 4:30 in the morning. That's just a little bit crazy, I think, you know? I appreciate that you are that willing to stay up and watch these and you like them that much. But I do want to mildly return the favor and let you guys see them a little bit earlier. I'm gonna go through this water so fast, guys. I did all the car stuff and I was so hot and sweaty I took a shower right before the stream, and I'm gonna need to drink a lot of water after all that sweating. Oscar and Damien and Devante, all of you guys, welcome to the stream. The new earlier time for this stream, and like I said, it will be moving an hour earlier, still starting tomorrow, pending no other issues. But you know, if there are any issues, I'll post them in the chat and say like the stream will be later. But we will have more streams a week. Oh, I see, I guess some trade-in or battlings going on in the chat, which is always cool to see. I know I mentioned it yesterday, but I need to actually go through with it and add a channel or 2 on Discord for like trading and battling. Because I've noticed, I know on some Discords people have done it where they can like limit the number of people that go into the chat. So basically, like for a trade, you could set it so like 2 people can go in max. Like that's it. Only those 2 people are in there. So like they can focus on their trade. And they don't have to deal with like other people in general talking if there's more people in chat than just you 2. So I'm still gonna look at adding that. It's gonna be a little bit hectic of a week. You know, I just moved into the apartment. I'm still figuring stuff out. My body is blocking a giant pile of boxes I still have to deal with. I'm still going to try to deal with that internet issue that we had. I'm going to, I have car stuff I have to do now. School starts Monday, so all this stuff. It's going to be crazy, but I promise I'll get around. I'll add that at some point. Is this a new schedule? Is it going to change? Is this new schedule going to change? I don't think it's going to change too much. It's going to be, day-wise, it'll be the same. And I'm going to shoot for, like, this would be technically like the middle point of the stream, I believe. Like, we started 6 minutes ago, but imagine we started an hour and 6 minutes ago, and instead of having an hour and 54 minutes left, we have 54 minutes left, you know? Basically go from, I guess, 5 to 7 instead of 6 to 8, just because of, like I said, car stuff earlier. But aside from that, yes, this is the new schedule, and the times of the streams happening may be subject to change, just, you know, in terms of, if I end up having other plans come up or something, but I'll make sure I get I'll try to get 5 streams in a week, and I'm gonna, like, list it as a schedule, but it's more or less like a guideline, essentially, for, these are the most likely times for me to be streaming, I guess is the best way to put it, is I'll most likely be streaming at the time of 5 to 7, 5 days a week. Only day I know is not one of those days is Tuesday, because I have clubs on that day, and I, you know, want to make sure I have time to do all the stuff I would normally do before, or like, that I can normally do after the stream, because I can't do that at all when I have club from essentially like 8 to whenever we let out, which could be like midnight sometimes. You want to see my reaction? I want to see my reaction too, Filippo, because like I've said, I don't even know how I'm going to react to this. Like, it could just be like, I could freak out. I'd hit A before left instead of left before A. Just got here. What'd you miss? You haven't missed my Dr. Galaxy. I started flubbing that name really hard. We started hunting about 7 minutes ago, so we have not done much since last stream. 6666 hype. Yeah, Oscar, we are getting there. Mr. Sullivan, welcome to the stream. Is anyone hyped for the solar eclipse that's going across America? It's going to be partial for you because you're on a coast. Yeah, I'm actually really hyped for it, because I'm going to be not in totality. I know some people who will be like ridiculously close to totality, plus, or like within like 20 minutes of a drive from totality. But personally, I'm going to be somewhere in the 90 percentile of that, which obviously it's not the same thing as totality. You don't get to see like all the corona and stuff, but it'll still be pretty cool to look at through the camera on my phone, because the glasses that my dad bought some of those like Eclipse glasses off of Amazon, and recently, like, with everyone, got the email of, yeah, these don't actually work, don't use them or they'll go blind. So I'm basically gonna, like, take the front-facing camera on my phone, point it up, and look down at the, like, screen on my phone and just kind of look at it and be like, oh, cool. Because I think it happens right between one of my classes, or, like, right after or right before one of my classes. So that'll be cool to see. 9999 will be shiny Treecko. I hope we can get it before that, Cricket. But you never know. I would still be before 10,000, so technically I would be okay with that, you know. Glysaur or Torterra? Probably Torterra. Kodo Black, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I guess it is still technically afternoon streaming instead of or I guess it's like right on the border of afternoon and evening streaming now, as opposed to my general evening to night streaming that I did before. 7 to 10, like, it was a good time when I was working, but now that I have school, and my classes are done by, like, 3 p.m. So, I have, like, an hour to 2 hours to get back, and then from there I can start streaming. So, you know, if I have to do stuff after class, I'm not going to be rushed, and, you know, like I said, it's a guideline for when I'll be streaming. It'll be pushed around, and I'll be notifying if I ever am late, or if I just start early, I'll start early and probably run the whole time. What are some of the nickname options for Treecko? So, Dr. Galaxy, I don't know if you've been here for what I normally do. So the default like name for Treecko, if it's shiny, will be Corn Dog. But if you can like guess the number that it pops up on, which really is going to be a matter of, you know, honor system at this point, determining who got it first or whatnot. Because I haven't set up the thing I want to set up for that, like a bot in the chat that would actually keep track of all that. But if you can guess the exact encounter number, and you are in stream and have like an appropriate name, like an appropriate nickname, then you get to name it. So basically, it's kind of like a fun little thing where, you know, that's where you'll see chat guessing, and it won't just necessarily be people guessing like really like common numbers. It'll be people guessing, you know, 6,734, like just numbers to guess. And if it pops up on one of those, then you know they get to name the Pokemon, which is I think pretty cool. Gustavo, welcome back to the stream. 6658, we will see, Amit, we will see. So glad you got here early for once, now you're in for the long haul. Alright, Blodia, alright. And it's kind of cool, you caught it early on the first day that we moved the stream up, and like I think 2 hours earlier already, I believe. No, an hour earlier, I don't know where yeah, no, an hour earlier, so it's 6 instead of 7 when we start now, so. It's going to be moving 1 hour more. That's what I think. That's where I got confusing. I'm moving up 2 hours, but the streams will be a little bit shorter. Like they'll be 2 hours instead of 3 hours, but we'll be doing more of them to make up for that time that we lose by having shorter streams, which should be better for like me and my voice and everything, because like my mouth, my throat, my mouth, and like my nose and all that start to kind of like give out and like start going hoarse and get sore and irritated after about like 2.5 hours. So hopefully like just spreading it out more will kind of help with that too. 7,000 will be shiny. We will see. That'll probably be, I guess, today's Thursday, right? Yeah, today's Thursday because I didn't stream the first day I moved in. So tomorrow is Friday. We'll probably get it Saturday maybe. I don't know. You got a shiny Lunar Lichen Rock Midnight form from Wonder Train Pokemon Moon. That is awesome now. It's kind of cool getting those shinies that, like, you don't even really think about, like, you would get, you know, I just, like, that's pretty much like a random encounter shiny in a way. Someone just gave away a shiny on Wonder Trade. Sorry for the typo, you meant 6757. Alright, well, we will see. 6664. Alright, Solitol. Alright. Yeah, we're getting really close to that, to the 4/6s everyone has been hyping about. We're 2 away from resetting the save, which we are technically, like, well overdue for doing, I believe, because we didn't do it at the end of the stream. We kept pushing, like, we pushed it out to the end without doing it, so we ended up going for 100 instead of 50, which really isn't, like, the most efficient for shiny hunting, but it makes it more fun when we actually end on hunts instead of ending with, like, 2 hunts after resetting a save for 10 minutes. Excited Malk, welcome back to the stream, and Michael Fernandez, you're new and you're from Mexico. Can I say hola? Hola to Michael. You bought a Mountain Dugong and noticed it wasn't sealed. Ah, the Pokepuns, and the recommendation not to drink that soda. Is this the first Pokemon I've ever hunted for? It is the first Pokemon I've ever hunted for on stream. I have like over 90 shinies on my copy of Pokemon Sun, but I can't stream on that. I can't stream that unfortunately because I don't have a 3DS capture card, and those are a little bit expensive, you know. So I have a way of capturing Game Boy footage through my friend's GameCube and a capture card for that, but I do not have a way to actually hunt for to hunt and stream. Stream is the important thing here. Now, I don't have a way to stream my copy of Sun because I won't hunt in emulators. Alright, be back in like an hour. Alright, see you, Oscar. Game Master Matt, you got a Nintendo Switch? I did see that on the Discord, and congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. I have really enjoyed mine. It was funny, actually, today I was playing on my TV in the living room of the apartment, and my roommate walked out, and I was playing Splatoon, and we kind of watched. And I had to go do stuff in my room, and so I brought the Switch in here so I can, like, play it later. And he's like, it, like, blew his mind to see it come out of that dock and just continue the game. He's like, what was that? That's so cool. But yeah, I hope you really enjoy yours. And not much has happened so far. I did have some stuff with my car I did earlier, which is why the stream's a little bit delayed from when I intended to put it up. I'm also noticing the stream's quality keeps going down. I have been working on the internet, and hopefully I will have that fixed very soon. I also realized I need to reset my save now, and Jacob Reyes, I was unexpected seeing me on the random head stream. Yeah, I mean, I saw you there. I was like, oh, hey, I know him. But yeah, no, I'm always watching his streams. I try to catch at least 2 of them a week. I said I need to reset the save, and I went right into another battle. So, yay me! But yeah, so like I tune into Stan's streams fairly regularly. He's actually the reason I started streaming. Where a lot of you people say like I kind of inspired you to like get back into it or start it or something. Like that's always cool to hear. But yeah, so like to me, Stan was that guy where I was looking for something to watch on YouTube while I was doing my own shiny hunts, and I came across his streams back when he was doing the resets for the Wimpod before he started breeding for it, and that's when I joined in and started watching, and I've been like watching at least once or twice a week ever since. So my first video was a Treecko stream. Yes, Pokemaster, it was. Technically, like, there was a while that I had some old, like, senior project video, like, basically a recorded PowerPoint I put on here. But yeah, that was a long time ago, like, back when I started the channel, and it was literally only for me to subscribe to things, and that one case of needing to post videos. So the first, like, public video that still exists in any way is the Treecko hunts. What'd you miss? You haven't missed much, Ryan. Get either of the shinies yet? I have not. And Raji, what is up? Welcome to the stream. You got Splatoon 2 for yours. Awesome. Yeah, I've really been enjoying it. I never played the original Splatoon because I didn't have a Wii U. But as soon as I picked up Splatoon and started playing, I enjoyed a lot of the single player. I'm not too far into it. But as soon as, because the thing is, I played that, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I was like, alright, I guess I'll try multiplayer. And as soon as I started multiplayer, that was the only thing I did with Splatoon until like 2 days ago, when I started doing a bit more of the story mode, just to complete it, and get a bit more practice with things other than the dualies, because I literally would only use the dualies in Turf War and like tower control and stuff. You were looking for a shiny Mudkip in Sapphire. Did you get it, John? I hope you get it. If you have not yet, because that's always, I'm really excited to actually have a full odd shiny, and I know Emerald is not the easiest game to do it in, just because of the RNG that we are fixing now, but yeah, I would have liked to do it in Sapphire or something, but Emerald is the only way to get Rayquaza, as well as both of the other legendaries in the same game, so gonna pick our poison here, and I would rather play through the story once and get all 3 and deal with the RNG at the beginning than play through the game twice to get them, or basically play through it 3 times. I still need Rayquaza no matter what. If you don't get it this stream, you're gonna be so mad. You may end up mad, honestly, Ryan. It's with how it's been going. This is stream number 24. This is the 24th attempt at Treecko, and every hunt before this has been a 3-hour stream with like the exclusion of like 2. Which were half streams. So essentially there are 22 straight streams at like 66 hours of hunting for this Treecko, and we haven't gotten it. But it's going to be so hype when we get it, and if it happens in this 2-hour block, that would be so much better. You can have a shiny in 100 attempts. I hope I do, Michael. I hope I can get the shiny in the next 100. That would be awesome. This is the 3rd stream you've watched. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed enough to keep coming back, Green Espeon. Not yet, you're still looking? Well, good luck, Sean. I hope you get it quickly. How long has this stream been going on? You didn't get no notification. Good thing I posted on Discord. It's been going on since I posted on Discord about 20 minutes ago. So you are still pretty early to the stream. You're playing through Pokemon Heart Gold and just walked into Lavender Town. The music is bad. Really? Okay. Did I see that Stan got the shiny Totodile on his stream? I did. I was looking away at something else. I was trying to set up actually, I was trying to get a randomizer, or like get an emulator working so I could do a randomizer for future videos. And he was just talking, like he always does. He was just talking, and then suddenly Totodile, and I was like, I was blindsided because, like he said, it was 125 encounters. You know, that's like super lucky. That is incredible, even with dual capture cards. That was just yeah, like that kind of caught me off guard, and like I jumped in my chair, like I was like, oh crap, and looked from like the screen over to where I had the stream up. I was just like, oh, he actually has this. The Totodile that he had been going for in when he got the Cyndaquil, when he had been going for that Totodile. He finally got it. But he got it in like 125 encounters, which is crazy. You got a shiny Shuppet this morning. Awesome, Ryan. That is really cool. The odds, are you asking what the odds are? The odds are 1 in 8,192. You bet it's a stream? I hope so, Gabriel. I hope so. I also hit no on wanting to overwrite the save. I'm not going to mess that one up again. I always want to hit A one last time before I get to that menu on this. What's up, Yoshi Bros Gaming? Welcome back to the stream. Getting close to 7,000. What is the chance of the shiny? Ah, so you are the one that asked. Yeah, so it is 1 in 8,192. Basically, before Gen 6, those were the base odds, and Gen 6 and Gen 7, the base odds are 1 in 4,096. So if this was an Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, this would be incredibly unlucky. But fortunately, it is not. Or I guess kind of fortunately, it's not. So we aren't unlucky, but unfortunately, it isn't. So we are half as likely to get a shiny at any given moment. You're turning 13 today. Well, happy birthday, Dr. Galaxy. I hope you have a good 13th year and a good birthday on top of that. You're doing a shiny Dratini hunt in Celadon City on your Leaf Green. So far, no luck with 2064 bot. Still going. Well, good luck to you, Blodia. I hope you get it quickly, because you're still gonna you're still gonna have the same odds as me, but you fortunately don't have to deal with that RNG issue. You don't know how all the other Pokemon YouTubers get shinies more consistently on their Twitch streams, and they barely search. So it depends on what games they're playing. If they are playing the newer games, that's why. And if they're doing it through methods of chaining, that's why. Because, to put it in kind of perspective, I do, before today, I guess kind of today too, I do about 100 encounters an hour, and with streams being 2 to 3 hours, that's about 250 encounters, I would say, for like a Pokemon. And if they're doing it in Pokemon Sun, I probably average about 300 to 350 encounters per shiny, with some exceptions that go way long and some that go way short. So, like, it's really believable if they're playing the newer games for them to be getting shinies really consistently if they're chaining. But this is literally the worst setup you can have for trying to get a Pokemon that isn't really weird. And John Birdsell, thank you for the sub. So yeah, that's why like you'll see them get them really consistently, is because that's actually about how consistently you can get them if you just go at it. It's partially luck, but you know, at some point your odds kind of whittle down to the point that they're about 1 in 600. You know, before, depending on what method you're using, they can go even lower if you're doing like Friend Safari. Shiny Charm on certain different methods can get you that low. So it's really not unbelievable for it to be consistent. It's just this hunt specifically is a hunt that can take forever, and it's part of why I'm really excited to get it, is because it'll be one of those really cool hunts where I got a full odds Emerald starter. Like, people who know shiny hunting know Emerald's like the hardest game to do this in. It's before the full odds got dropped. You don't have a shiny charm, there's no chaining methods, it's just straight 1 in 8,192, and you have to have good timing. You gave the Phantom and the Shuppet to your girlfriend. It was her birthday yesterday. Well, that's sweet of you. You're shiny hunting Torchic and Alpha Sapphire. Good luck, Green Espeon. Hopefully you get it more quickly than I have. And guys, we are on encounter 6,660, so we're getting close to everyone's predicted encounter here. Who is the girl in my profile pic? It is a character from another video game I played. I've been trying to get one of my friends who's a bit more artistic than me to potentially make an icon, because like that icon is just something that I put on the channel to have something on the like icon. When I made my channel, like I said, like 3.5 years ago, I think at this point, or maybe 3 to 3.5 years ago, specifically to just subscribe to other people. It had no intention of ever uploading anything, and especially not like, I didn't think I'd be uploading Pokemon. So like at the time I was just like, I'll put this picture. So it's literally just like a picture I found. I think it was a reaction image I saw on Reddit one day, and I was like, I like saved that and I just had it, and it was one of the few that looked good in that little circle. Who wants to help you complete your Pokedex in Pokemon Moon? There's probably some people in the chat who would be willing to help, as well as what Pokemon do you still need now? Because that'd probably be helpful in finding some people who would be able to help. Because most of them, I'd imagine, are Pokemon that you need to trade to evolve, and then just version exclusives, I would assume. Which I imagine you can get someone willing to trade because they want to complete their Sun Dex. You were looking for a shiny Rotom in X and Y. Oh, really? Where do you look for Rotom? Because I haven't played X and Y enough to like know. I'm also still noticing the stream quality is not the best. Maybe moving that will help. I just moved my Wi-Fi antenna literally like a foot, and does not look like it helps at all. But we'll see. My shiny will be on the number 6,740. Between that and 6,760, you don't speak English well. That's okay, Michael. There's plenty of people here who are not native speakers of English. There are people from all over the world who tune in, which is part of the fun of it. And no one's gonna judge you for like trying, you know? Like you're able to speak well enough that like I can understand what you're saying. People can understand what you're saying. That's all that really, that's all that really matters. And it's more than I would be able to do if I was asked to speak a second language. Stream is acting weird for you. It might be acting weird for everyone, Pokemaster. I am noticing some really weird... It's just like, it's dipping. It's not dropping too hard, but there have been a lot of dropped frames that it's just been wavering in and out of like really good bitrate to like really bad bit rates. I don't know. It hasn't dropped the actual stream yet, so that's a good thing. But like I said, I am working on getting some kind of, at the very least, wired up to their internet, you know, that kind of thing. Or wireless on my internet, at the very least. Hopefully I can get it, like, wired in, though. By the way, can't wait for me to hit 500 subs, halfway to 1,000. Yeah, I know, we are insanely close to 500. I honestly, you know, everyone says this, and, you know, probably at this point kind of seems like they just kind of say it, but, like, I honestly never thought that I would make it to even like 500 subs. To me, I just kind of feel like I started streaming literally just so I could like have my friends watch shiny hunts that I did. Like that's what I was like, you know, I was gonna wait for the bitrate to come back up on my end because it's really low. All right, it's coming back up. But yeah, so like I started this literally just to, like show my friends my hunts, and then people started watching. And it's just kind of grown from there, and it's really cool seeing that. Yeah, and for us to be like nearing 500 subs is crazy. Shiny hype, yeah, Gabriel, I hope we can get this shiny. Some shiny hype in the chat to hopefully let this Treecko know that it is welcome to come home at any time. Yeah, and 6666, I realized I was talking through it, but we just went through it, and there was unfortunately no shiny on 6666. You'd be glad. Oh, did Clorox, did you ask something? Will anyone ever become mod? Just asking. So, I do have a couple mods in here. But it's really just going to be up to how much can the chat be, like, moderated and stuff by those mods. And if it, like, gets overwhelming, basically, as the channel grows, I will definitely be adding more. Just because... Right now, for there to be 4 of us, if you include me, and I know there's going to be plenty of times where some of them aren't able to join in just because of like school or work or other like obligations, and I don't really count myself as a mod generally because I'm like watching the stream and reading a message or two in the chat, and yeah, see, Queen and Indy are here, so we do have mods in the chat watching. So until like the group of us become overwhelmed more than like once or twice. Until that point, we will be, I'm, like, watching out for people that I feel like I can add as mods when the time comes. But there's no, like, actual, like, ways to basically make yourself a mod here. It's just gonna be my personal, like, my personal feelings on the situation, essentially. Everyone is calling numbers. Yeah, unfortunately, none of the 6660s were shiny. But maybe one of the 6670s will be. And welcome back, James Bauer. Your second starter was a Fennekin. Really? My second starter, I guess, would be Mudkip, but the second starter that I really played through a game with was Treecko, because because when oh, Indy and I got that at the same time. But, yeah, because I started, my first starter, excuse me, was a Squirtle in my copy of Fire Red. And my second starter, like, immediately, like, after that, like, the very next starter I had was a Mudkip in my copy of Sapphire. But, like, less than a week later, I got Emerald, and I chose Treecko in that. And I played Emerald way more than I played Sapphire, so I kind of count Treecko as more of my, like, Hoenn starter than anything. What Pokemon will I be hunting for after Treecko? So immediately after Treecko, the plan is to hunt for a Charmander. But then following that, I'm actually not quite sure. It depends on, I guess, what people kind of want and what I'm able to catch. And it depends on if I can actually control what Pokemon I run into in my Shiny Badge quest. Like, I'm not sure if it'll just be running around in certain grass hoping I get it, or if I can actually control it. If I can actually control it, I don't know, we'll figure something out. But if I can't control it, then it'll just kind of be a, let's hunt for something on route, like, 101 or 102. I don't know. But yeah, guys, I'm noticing, and I apologize for this, the stream is being really finicky about these speeds, even though it shouldn't be, because the internet here should be plenty sufficient for doing this. Your guess is 6730. If it is, you'll drink orange juice after brushing your teeth. Oh, putting real money on the line there, Mimikyu. Or 69.99 or 66.99. All right, Sans. We'll see. The first one we will hit in like the next 20 encounters. The second one will be about a stream or two away. You gotta go watch later. Alright, see you later, Dr. Galaxy. Glad you were able to tune in. If you guessed, if your guess was right, name it Lord Treecko. That's actually kind of a clever name. And definitely, if I think Queen is the one who's in here and who generally tends to be keeping track of those encounter numbers. So if Queen got it, then we will for sure name it that. Why does he need help to defeat a level 2 Zigzagoon? You would really think you could just run faster, right? I should hunt for a shiny Rayquaza. That is the plan, Hyptic. It's just, it can't be my next hunt. Because I'm doing a shiny badge quest, which means I have to catch shinies before every gym battle. Basically, the starter has to be shiny, and then I have to catch one before the gym battle, at the very least. And then catch one before every subsequent gym battle. Which means there will be at least, like, 8 shinies between here, or, like, more than that, because I guess you would count, like, one for the... So, like, at least 9 or 10 shinies between this Treecko and getting to the legendaries to hunt them. So, that's the only reason why, like, Rayquaza and Kyogre and Groudon aren't my next hunts, is because they're basically plans for other shinies in the middle. Generally, yes, but today, no, unfortunately. That's all good. That's all good. I guess, yeah, you're working on homework and stuff, aren't you? You got Articuno from the GTS. Nice, John. If it had Pokerus, you'd... If this thing somehow has Pokerus and is shiny at the same time, I feel like that's just the RNG gods rewarding me for how long this hunt is going. Name the shiny Treecko Milk. Well, it'll depend on if you get it right. So I'm leaning towards Corndog as my favorite name. Dang it again, Jacob. Yeah. It'd be insane if someone actually guessed this. You know, like looking at the number of like even views. If you imagine every single view on my videos is a single person and a unique person, and they all guess a different number. Like, I don't even know if it's good odds that one of those numbers would be right. Why don't I like the red color? I don't dislike it. I just really like blue and green more. When I was a little kid, red was my favorite color. That's why I chose Fire Red as like my first game. You're shiny hunting Torchic and Omega Ruby. Good luck to you, Mimikyu Warrior. I believe there's a couple of people in the chat hunting for that Torchic right now as well. Or a Mudkip. I think it was a Mudkip people were hunting for. Your guess is already gone, but if you made a number, you would say 8,042 because you feel like it might be, but hopefully not. Yeah, like, that's the thing is, you know, there's kind of like, I hope people get it right. Like, that'd be fun. but people are guessing numbers that are really far away, and I don't want it to take that long. What is the first Pokemon game I ever played? My first Pokemon game ever was my copy of Fire Red, that unfortunately I cannot find anymore. I looked for it, I can't find that or my copy of Sapphire, and I know that I've seen my Sapphire within the past few years. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen my Fire Red, though. But yeah, I bought Fire Red, I saved up my own money in 3rd grade and bought my copy of Fire Red, and then that Christmas, my grandparents and another set of grandparents got me a Sapphire and Emerald. Guessing is fun, it really is fun. That's kind of why, like, my stream dropped to like a 0-bit rate there for a second. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I gotta try to figure this internet thing out. But yeah, the guessing is fun. Like, it gives you guys a way to like interact with it more aside from just the talking. It especially helped, honestly, when when the stream wasn't quite as active. So people had a reason to be talking and stuff, and like things to post that weren't necessarily like needed a conversation to be posted in. Come on. We keep it's not even like it just stays low. It's like it goes up to where it would go and be at before, and then it drops to nothing for like 2 seconds, and then goes back up for like a minute or two. I don't know. It's frustrating. You are back. Well, welcome back, Pokemaster. You're doing a battle now, and your opponent has Mono Legendary Team. Rip. Lure them out with cookies. There you go. Just tape cookies to my screen, and hopefully the Treecko will like them. The stream is lagging for you. It is probably lagging for everyone right now, unfortunately. Yeah, so it's probably lagging for everyone right now, unfortunately. I just said that again because of course it like dropped right as I started talking about it. Basically, I am in an apartment with community Wi-Fi. So right now I'm set up with literally like the worst situation possible, where Wi-Fi is already, in general, very inconsistent, and on top of that, you have the issue of it's community, so there's a bunch of people on it at the same time. Your first game would have been Yellow, but it didn't work. Aw, that stinks, yeah. I have a copy of Yellow that, like, when I bought it, specifically said on it, like, it still saves, it still works. So hopefully by it still saves means they replace that battery, and not that the battery is very close to dying. Ripperoonie, yeah, the stream has kind of been a little rip in terms of quality, unfortunately, but it seems to be like holding up now. It's just unfortunately like 4% of the stream has just dropped, according to OBS. Like almost 5% of the frames have dropped because of the lag, unfortunately. And welcome to the stream, Emerging Knight. You got a shiny Glysaur on Wonder Trade and X and Y, awesome. Hyptic, do I live by myself? So, yesterday was the first stream that I did here. But before yesterday, I lived at home with like my mom and my sister and stuff. And now I live in an apartment near my college. And I'm supposed to have 2 roommates, but only one of them's shown up. So I don't know if the other guy like isn't coming or what. But yeah, so right now it's just me and another guy in this like 3-bedroom apartment. Got a shiny Tyranitar on Pokemon X and Y. Nice! Your first game was Soul Silver or Heart Gold. Don't remember what you played first. Awesome, now. I still need to play a copy of that. Because I feel like that's the first Johto game I'm going to play. Because I haven't played any Johto games. I didn't quite get into Pokemon in time to play Gen 2. Like, my friends all had it and stuff. But, like, I got into Pokemon in Gen 3, so I didn't play Gen 1 or 2 until I got Yellow very recently. And then I started playing Gen 4, and then I kind of fell out of it. Basically what happened is, I got a copy of Pearl, and I played it, and then my 3DS got broken. Like, I let my sister borrow it, and the old DS Lites, like the OG DS, the DS Lites had, an issue where if you could bend the screen back as far as you can on a 3DS, where like it goes to vertical, like it goes to like parallel and vertical if you hold the thing like straight up. But it's not supposed to do that. Like, it's bad for the screen if you do that. It kinks the cable. And so my sister ended up doing that. She didn't know any better, so I don't really blame her. and she managed to corrupt my Pokemon save, because basically what she would do, she'd go in, she'd play the games, and she would hit save and rip the cartridge out, which makes the game unsave and start saving again, so it has like half a save on there when you pull it out. And that's why when it says like saving, please do not remove disc or cartridge or turn off console. That is why. But yeah, so she did that, and that kind of discouraged me for a while from playing Pokemon, and then I like hit that like phase in middle school, high school where it's like Pokemon's a kid's game. I'm too cool for that, you know, that whole dumb little phase. And so I didn't get back into it until college, so I never played Heart Gold or Black and White 2. And XY I finally picked up after I played Alpha Sapphire. Can I do a video with one of my roommates? Maybe in the future. I don't really have like anything to play in terms of that. The first videos I'd probably do with multiple people would be things where, like I said, I'm adding 2 more streams to my schedule. I've like cut the time down on all of them to 2 hours, but I'm doing 5. And I said on this, like I said on Discord, 4 of them are Pokemon streams. Like there'll always be shiny hunts and Pokemon streams. But stream number 5, it could be Pokemon, like just depending on the day. It could be another shiny hunt. Filippo C donated $8. You deserve these after streaming for so long. Hope these will somehow help for my capture card, even though it is very, very expensive. Filippo C, thank you for that donation. That means a lot. And yeah, these funds are basically going to be going towards helping me get a 3DS capture card at some point, because I really do want to do some more of those hunts on DS games. But yeah, what was I saying before Filippo went and was amazing? What was I saying? Yeah, so basically that 5th stream every week, it's probably going to be where like I might do some streams with friends and stuff, play like Rocket League or Grand Theft Auto or something multiplayer with them. Yeah, money coming. Thank you, Filippo. That was amazing, and that means so much to me, man. They should make Pokemon shiny version where the shiny Pokemon are normal and regular Pokemon are rare. I mean, that would basically just be like how before in games they used to just kind of post, or not post, they used to have like different sprites just depending on the version of the game. Like Diamond and Pearl had different sprites than Platinum, and all of those had different sprites from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I feel like that's kind of the situation you end up in, and it makes the regular Pokemon special. But the thing is, would it make it where the regular Pokemon were the ones that were marked? Like, that'd be kind of cool, if like it was marked in the shiny game. Like, where you had this regular Pokemon, but it's like, but look at this, like, you know, blue star on it. That means that it's a normal Pokemon in a shiny game. Like, that'd be kind of interesting. Carson Power, welcome to the stream. Shiny Noibat. I don't think I ever welcomed you back in, Noibat, so welcome to the stream. And Filippo and Mau, see you in a bit when you guys return. You gotta go, be back later? Alright, see you later, Logan. I hope you make it back before the stream. We aren't even halfway over, so I hope you make it back. But alright guys, we're on 66.99. I think Sans was talking about this one. Hopefully we can get this shiny before encounter 6,700. That would be awesome. Should you call me potato nachos? What would that even... I don't even get what that would be a reference to. Someone should make a ROM where you're discovering a new Pokemon region, and there could be all the conflicts with the natives while building gyms and stuff. That would definitely be a topic of something that would be done in a fan game as opposed to like an actual Game Freak game. I'm not sure what it would be like though, because it kind of feels like the way the Pokemon League works is that like the natives of that region kind of build it up themselves. What was my first shiny? Yours was a Spinda. My first shiny was a Ditto in my copy of Sun. Jonathan Diaz, welcome back to the stream. Wish you could donate, but you know, PayPal accounts and paying bill slips. I understand, Bludia. I really do understand, and it's fine, you know. I don't expect anyone to do this, to donate at all. Yenilmez Oyunchu. I'm sorry, I completely butchered that. I could not pronounce that at all to save my life. But thank you for the sub, and again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But yeah, like I was saying, Bludia, I completely understand if, like, you know, you can't donate and stuff. Like, obviously, making sure that that you are financially sound always comes first. And like I was saying, I do this without any kind of expectation of that. You know, it just means a lot, and it helps me get like better equipment and stuff. Like he mentioned the capture card in his donation. That kind of stuff is what it would be going towards if it if I get anything. But yeah, I completely understand, and I don't expect anything from anyone. Your first shiny was a Noibat. Well, there you go. That works really well with your name. My name is Billy Bob. Yours was a fan. What was that? A Dawn fan. Nice. Am I excited for Ultra Sun and Moon? I am in a Hue Warrior. I am very excited for them. I am like super hyped to see like what they add to the games, because I knew there wasn't going to be like a game on the Switch yet, and knowing that they're making them for the Switch makes me realize why they didn't do a Sinnoh remake. Because basically the amount of team that would be going towards remaking Sinnoh in Gen 7 is going towards making Gen 8 exist. So yeah, I completely understand why they're basically doing the director's cut type game, or the like alternative sequel type game, and that's just because it requires less of their team to do, to make like to the quality that they expect in their games. I need specific programs to make a ROM on a PC. Yeah, you need to be able to, for the newer games, you need to like have a custom firmware 3DS. Then you have to be able to bring the software to your computer and then modify it so that you have to extract it from the CIA file so it works on like things like Citra. Then to make it a randomizer, or to do the graphical thing where they've done it in Sun, where they've taken away the outlines from everything. Like, that kind of stuff takes a lot of work. It's not just like you buy some kind of Game Boy to USB adapter and plug it in. Like, unfortunately, it just doesn't work like that. You subbed. Thank you, Madeline! Hyunlu, if I pronounce your name right, new game. Yes, I did make a new save here because, what happens is in Emerald, there are issues with the RNG where, I'm sorry, I paused there, I kind of blanked in my mind, but there are issues with the RNG where every once in a while you have to reset the save and change up your trainer ID, because that is part of the formula for making the shiny, and the part that normally automatically changes doesn't change. So you have to go in and change it yourself by changing your trainer ID by resetting the save. You call 6789 through 7000. If it is, call it Sprite. Well, like I've said before, trying to annoy that, I'm not giving it to like ranges of numbers, just because then like someone can say I want 1 to 1,000,000, you know, that kind of thing. Basically, like specific numbers they'll call out. Don't advise making a ROM. Yeah, like I wouldn't try to make a ROM unless you've like already done a lot of game development, which it could be fun. Like, I'm not saying don't. Like, that's everything. Like, don't do it. It's like, I don't advise it or anything, but it is a lot more work than just like typing a few lines or like redrawing things. It's a lot of work to make sure everything works. There aren't bugs. Even some of the popular ROMs you'll look at for like ROM hacks for Pokemon games and stuff, if they change sprites, they'll get lazy, and like some of the animations don't work right because they just copied the sprite so it doesn't animate actually, and stuff like that. I accidentally clicked on her twice, so let's walk upstairs. I think I should look for Latios next. Maybe, John. I would like to hunt for it at some point. It's, like I said, there's a whole shiny badge quest I am doing before I get to that point. So we'll see how it goes. But I would like to hunt for pretty much every Pokemon that I can hunt for in Emerald. I want to hunt for. It's just, like I've said, the shiny badge quest takes precedence, and that's what's going to be happening first. And then once we're through with that, we're free to hunt for whatever we want. We gotta get all the legendaries, you know, mythic Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. All of that will happen at some point. It's just, at first we're going to be doing Treecko, and then Pokemon for the shiny badge quest. Would I consider changing my layout and adding a question of the day? I don't really know what a question of the day would, like, kind of help with. I'm not sure. It's really, I don't know, I'm still kind of figuring some stuff out and, like, seeing what I like in other streams and stuff. we'll see what I add. I'm not sure about a question of the day though, honestly. Your favorite ROM hack for Game Boy Advance was Pokemon Light Platinum. I haven't heard of that one. I haven't really heard of many. One that I do like actually really remember is Moemon. I thought that one was kind of like a fun little like change to the game, especially as like someone who's a bit more of an anime fan than is probably healthy. A fake question today, what is my favorite soda? My favorite soda is probably Fanta. Like orange Fanta or grape Fanta. I've started trying to avoid caffeine. Gengar is one of the laziest shinies. Agreed, John. Like those kind of shinies are my least favorite types of shinies. The ones where they don't change enough for you to be like. My kind of philosophy with the shiny is I should be able to see it in any like kind of light of day with no other references around it and know that it's a shiny. So things like Happiny, Pikachu, the Pikachu line, Gengar, all of those kinds of Pokemon where it's just like a slight shift in the colors, which granted, you know, I can't give too much flack to Gen 1 because they weren't designed with shinies in mind, I don't think. And you know, when they added the shinies in Gen 2, it was still like the color palettes weren't that great to change to, so I can understand why some things are a little bit different and a little bit lackluster with the earlier ones, but like when you're coming out with new shinies and stuff, you should be able to fix that. And that's where shiny Mega Gengar, its shiny, is fantastic because it fixes that issue of it being kind of lazy, and it looks great. Like, just make the Ghastly to Gengar line white instead of black. Like, change that part of it, and it would be awesome. Just so I know, you'll be supplying questions of the day from now on. Alright, Pokemaster. Pokemon Light Platinum has Pokemon from all gens and has every single legendary from each gen except the newest. And a complete game overall. Really, that's kind of cool. I like the ones where they like add the Pokemon to the older games. It's cool seeing the sprites. Like the sprites they add for the older Pokemon. You're back, had to find something to eat on campus. Well, welcome back, Kodo Black. I hope you found something that tastes good. I actually, it's funny. Yeah, yesterday, I woke up super early. I woke up at like 6 a.m. just so I could, you know, I knew I wasn't going to sleep super well in the new bed and everything. So I was like, if I get up early, I can be productive and stuff. So I got up, I took my shower, and I walked to campus from my apartment, which is kind of far. It's far enough that like there's bus stops on my apartment, in my apartment's parking lot for the transit from school. So like, you know, it was a good 25 minute walk to get to campus. And I was like, once I got there, I was like, you know what? I'll eat breakfast here or something. At that point it was 7, so I'd taken a shower before I went walking and stuff. But I get there, and everything was still closed, and I was just kind of a little bit upset because I had walked all this way, and I was very hungry. But now I'm on campus where everything's closed. I really should have thought about that, you know. I was like, these things are normally open at this time, and I remembered, A, I was never really up at that time when I lived on campus, and B, school hasn't started yet, so why would these things be open? So that was just kind of a little bit of a brain fart on my part when I went walking yesterday. I was like, oh man, I'm super hungry now because I didn't eat breakfast. So I get there, I get back, or I get there and I'm like, I'm hungry, so I like want to eat. I can't, so I get back and I had to drive to the store. And I ended up swinging by McDonald's and getting like a biscuit before I went to the store just because I was so hungry and I literally had no food in the apartment because I had just moved in. And welcome back, Mau Mau. And yeah, Dylan, we are back at it again. Hopefully we can get the shiny this time. You feel like just using the inverse colors for shinies would have been really easy for the developers. Would have looked fine too. It probably would have looked okay with a lot of them. Some of them would have looked really weird though, and I kind of like how they've gotten to the point where it's almost like, before it was essentially they swapped the palettes. But now they can modify, so like everything that was a certain color changed to a different color. And you know, that works, and for the most part that looks really good, but I like now when they have the textures that they're just basically texturing, they're texturing models now, so like they have a little bit more leeway with what they can do, and I really like the fine details they can put into it. So I do appreciate them not just like doing a blatant, we're just going to invert all the colors. Like that would look okay for some of them. especially the ones that are like really close to like black or really close to white. Like those ones I could see, but like imagine a Zigzagoon with like truly inverted colors. But if you mean like just swapping colors, maybe. But like if you, I kind of went to the immediate like triple click on an iPhone and make it invert all the colors for like color blindness, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of realizing that you may have not been saying that now. I'm not sure. You never noticed Shiny Genesect was in a Pokemon video. Really? That's kind of cool. Which is my favorite Pokemon legendary? Yours is Zekrom. Mine is Rayquaza. What's my favorite Pokemon? Grim, my favorite Pokemon is Rowlet. Because, I mean, how can you not like that adorable little face? Yeah, basically, as soon as all the stuff for Sun and Moon came out, I knew I was picking Rowlet because of all of the like fan art people made of Rowlet and Love Live crossovers. I was like, okay, I'm picking Rowlet. And as soon as I like picked Rowlet and tried Pokemon Refresh for the first time and saw it like making noises, flapping its wings and dancing around, I was like, this is my favorite Pokemon now. It was just too adorable not to be. You're hunting for Treecko too? Hopefully you get it, Bernie Sanders. Hopefully you get it soon. It has officially been 3,000 encounters since you first joined the streams. That is awesome, Pokemon Master. You have been around for a long time now. Almost half of the encounters you've been here for at this point. Honestly, though, I feel like you've been here longer. You're gonna turn your phone upside down so your parents don't turn off your tablet, and you're going to put your speaker downstairs so you can listen to the stream. All right, Android Play. You're just finding imaginative ways to keep watching. Where am I from? You're from Brazil? I am from the United States. Yeah, I'm more on like the East Coast, and that's about really as specific as I get. Your favorite legendary Pokemon is Mewtwo. That is cool, John. Yeah, Mewtwo's pretty cool. It's up there. But yeah, like I'm just like a Gen 3 guy. Like I'm as close to, when they say like Gen 1ers, I'm essentially as close to a Gen 3er as you can get, where aside from things like Rowlet and how much time I have in Sun with shiny hunting, like Gen 7's becoming one of my favorites. But for the most part, like Gen 3 and Hoenn are just like where it's at for me. And almost all of my favorites come from there. Things like Milotic being my favorite shiny. Ralts was my favorite Pokemon before Rowlet came. Oh, sorry guys, I like immediately thought I was gonna sneeze, but yeah, before Rowlet came out, I was like super hardcore. The Gardevoir line was my favorite. Ralts being my favorite in it. Like all that was, my favorite legendaries are still things like Rayquaza, Reggie Trio, all that. All that stuff's like where my original Pokemon memories come from. Chikorita was your favorite when Gen 2 came out. Still have nightmares. Who here speaks Spanish? There are probably a lot of people here who speak Spanish. And Mimikyu, Warrior. I don't really say like that specifically. Like I say, I'm on the East Coast. Adam Woodward, Hoenn baby. Pretty much. Jonathan Diaz, thank you for the sub. But yeah, pretty much. I'm like right on the edge of people who either got really into Gen 2 or really into Gen 3. A lot of my friends, like, my friends are like the guys, some of my friends are the guys who like were super excited when they finally replaced the battery in their crystal cartridge, were able to play that again. And then me and a lot of my friends, our first memories are like Emerald and Sapphire. Do I go to Shadow Mountain? I don't know Shadow Mountain. 'Cause you noticed it. What did you notice? Oh, you noticed it in Smash. You're talking about Mewtwo. Yeah, Mewtwo's in Smash. I'm not the biggest Smash player. I have it for my 3DS so I can play with friends and stuff. But like that's really the only time I play it. I've never been super big into it, and that's like kind of why I don't do like the gaming club at school. It's because almost all of them just do like Smash and Project M and Brawlers and stuff. And they'll bring CRTs and GameCubes and Wii's just to sit there and play. And I'm just like, yeah, anyone wanna play like Rocket League or something? A newer game, but like everyone just wants to play Smash, and that's not really my thing. Otzi, what's up? Welcome to the stream. And Green Espion, did you miss anything? Not really anything at all, like Hyptic said. We are still just going, hoping we see a shiny, any shiny. Could be Zigzagoon, or it could be one that we soft reset over. It could be Professor Birch, you know? What are the chances of a shiny Treecko appearing? Yes, Felipe was right. 1 in 8,192. You remember you once beat a Pokemon gym with only one Pokemon on 2 HP. Nice Mimikyu Warrior. That's some pretty incredible skill right there to not take any more than more than 1 HP in damage. Your dad's in the shower so you can watch the stream better. He's coming out in like 5 minutes. You're missing all these drop frames. True, yeah. Looking at it, according to OBS, we have dropped 3,600 frames. We have dropped half as many frames as we've had encounters, guys. It stinks. I really apologize for that. Like, it's not my computer. Like, this is my computer's like less than 20% load doing this and having YouTube open and having Discord and all these things. There's like Nano, the bot in Discord, is literally running on my computer right now. I'm doing the stream, doing everything, and we haven't even passed 20% load on my computer, but we're still dropping frames, so it just means it's internet, unfortunately, and I hope to have that fixed soon. Would I rather fight 10 chicken-sized Chuck Norrises or 1 normal-sized Chuck Norris? There is no right answer. That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, you're going to lose either way. Do I have any Pokemon games for my 3DS? I have every Pokemon game. I have every mainstream Pokemon game, I'll correct, for the 3DS. So, X, Y, ORS, and Sun Moon. I have all 6 of them. I've only beat Alpha Sapphire and Sun, but because I had my copy of Moon, and I really have the copies of the others for the same reason of... I'm actually kind of saving my Gen 6 games for when I eventually have a cap card, so I can go for, like, a complete living shiny national dex and just have this massive goal, which would be really fun, I think. You know, be able to hunt for every Pokemon shiny. Like, that'd be really cool. So I want to be able to do that eventually. So that's why I'm kind of saving those, and I haven't touched my copy of X. I literally bought it and put it on my bookshelf. Yeah, I was on a bookshelf at that time. And so that's what I got. That's what I do with X. I'm like part of the way through Y, and Omega Ruby's in the same situation as X. But yeah, like that was coming off the comment of I had played through Sun, and then Moon is the game that I use so that I don't have to bug my friends to go catch me version exclusives or something, and so I can actually do like SOS hunting for the version exclusives, and so I'll be able to get the copies of Type Null I need, so I can get Cosmogs that I need, all that kind of stuff. The stress level you had was insane. Yeah, from a 2 HP hunt, from a 2 HP gym battle. Like, I feel like at that point I'd be like, I should just reload my save and go to the Pokemon Center. Have I caught Missing No in ORS yet? I have not, Alex Turner. Have I got a shiny Uncatchable Zigzagoon? I haven't, Owen. We haven't seen any kind of shinies yet, unfortunately. But like I've said before, Emerald is the only game, actually, it's not one of the few, it is the only game where seeing that Uncatchable shiny is actually a good sign, because it means I have a shiny frame early enough in my game to be able to go for a shiny Treecko without resetting my save anymore. You're back again. For how long will I be streaming? Sorry for this. It's a good amount, and I will be streaming for about another hour. Yeah, so we'll be ending the stream essentially tonight, an hour after we would have started the stream before. So yeah, that's the plan, is to go for another hour, right about the halfway mark for the night. The games you have are Platinum, X, Omega Ruby, Sun, and Moon. Nice, Mimikyu. Yeah, I have, going from earliest gen to end, I would say I have Yellow, technically I have Sapphire somewhere, then Emerald, technically I have Fire Red somewhere, Leaf Green, Pearl, Platinum, X, Y, ORS, and Sun and Moon. Shiny Delphox is lit. I should shiny hunt Fennekin. I wanna hunt for all those, you know. But like I said, I kind of want, you know, Sun's a different story because I'm already well into that, and that's like kind of my personal hunting right now, but I kind of want to save Gen 6 hunting for when I can do it with you guys. Like, that'd be fun, like, to be able to kind of document all of my adventure through Gen 6 with trying to shiny hunt. You're getting Pokemon Sapphire tomorrow? That is awesome, Owen. I hope you have fun with it, and I recommend, if you have the patience, to go for a shiny hunt for the starter. You have Virtual Console Yellow, Emerald, Leaf Green, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, White, XY, Alpha Sapphire, and Moon. Nice, Pokemaster. You've got a bit more of a variety of games than I do, for sure. You have Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Pearl, Soul Silver, Y, and Oras. Filippo, you have beat everyone in terms of having all of the games. That is crazy. Or almost all of the games. Every game for every game up until the first remakes, at the very least. Yeah. The Pokemon games you have are Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black and White 2, Pokemon X, Alpha Sapphire, and Moon. You want to play Pokemon Platinum. Yeah, I've been enjoying my playthrough of Platinum. I've taken a little bit of a break, like I've said. But yeah, I know some people have mentioned they have issues with the pacing of Gen 4, but personally, I don't have any issue with it, just because I don't, like, personally, I don't, I tend to play the games with really poor pacing anyways, either because I take, like, massive breaks, like now, or when I am playing, I overlevel way more than I should and end up in a situation where, like, I've been spending 2 hours grinding in one patch of grass. So I basically ruin the pacing of the games myself, so I don't even notice when the games slow down themselves. You're gonna go for a shiny Torchic in Pokemon Sapphire. Good luck, Owen. I hope you get it. Take a break from Treecko in the next stream? Maybe, Alex. Honestly, I've kind of gotten to the point where I feel like, on one hand, I feel like that could be a good idea, you know. Kind of switch it up, go for Charmander, because that's the plan. I do have a copy of Leaf Green to hunt in. If we didn't have that Leaf Green, I really could, because if I took a break and got another shiny, I'd have to get rid of it to go back and redo Treecko. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, so I could do the Charmander hunt, but at the same time, I kind of, like, we've gone for so long, I kind of want to get it before I move on to anything. But I do see the point there of, like, it does get kind of monotonous and a little bit boring. You beat Misty with a Wartortle who uses Mega Punch in Pokemon Blue. Alright. Whatever, play through a ROM hack like Blaze Black, Volt White, Fire Red Omega, or so on. Those are really fun and hard to Nuzlocke. Maybe, Dylan. I've considered it. I'm actually trying to get something set up for a potential Pokemon Sun randomizer Nuzlocke. Like, I just got Citra installed, and I just have to dump like my Moon or Sun copy or something. You are eating pizza? I hope it is delicious, Green Espia. 6740. Alright, I hope we get it then. How are you asking, like, what are you asking Hal about, Alex? Reset at 6740? I will be resetting at 6750 in terms of the save, unless we get the Pokemon on 6740. You have almost everything in Japanese too, outside of the 3DS games. That's cool, Chef. I have a my Leaf Green is actually a Japanese copy of Leaf Green. It's pretty cool. I actually, like, I looked through it and see, like, the farthest I got was, like, redoing the default names, because I wasn't gonna. I'm gonna wait for the stream to come back. Yes, the stream's back. But I wasn't going to do any kind of big shiny or what am I trying to say? The bitrate's dropping in the stream, and I almost don't want to, like, look away from that, like, talk when that's happening. But so it's kind of cool. I haven't done much with it just because I know I'm gonna shiny hunt in it, so I know I'm going to reset the save. So I was going to immediately just avoid doing anything related to, like, actually playing the story. But, like, I read through the startup, and, like, seeing the default names is kind of cool. How, like, they actually I guess it's leaf green, so they're gonna have red as the rival instead of a blue. But the fact that like you could name him Satoshi, so like Ash, that was pretty cool. You have every Pokemon game. That's pretty cool, Ryan. That's gotta be a pretty big collection at this point. Awkward silence? It wasn't awkward until you made it awkward. I was just drinking some water. Well, I guess you're already talking while it was... Before the water even popped up my nose, like... Unless I'm behind on chat. I'm way behind on the stream, yeah. You had to break the silence, sorry. That's all good. Yeah, I mean, it did slow down there for a second, but that happens. Can I give you Pokemon Diamond? I don't have Diamond. I only have a Platinum and Pearl. Hashtag at least give us the Zig. Really, Filippo. Like, if we got the Zigzagoon today, I'd call today a success, you know? If we saw a shiny, like, be it a Zigzagoon or me derping up and resetting over a Treecko, I'd be happy. Like, I wouldn't be necessarily as happy about the Treecko. But like, if we saw a Zigzagoon, I would be ecstatic, because it would mean that we're on the right track. Can you have Pearl? Well, Scarvy, I have it, and I need it myself to play things. Also, I'm noticing, like, the stream quality on my end looks a little bit iffy. Even what YouTube is telling me, it just kind of looks like, unfortunately, there are some issues, and I hope they're resolved by next time. I just gotta do some tinkering with the internet. You can have it for $30. Pretty much, yeah. If someone was willing to pay me for it, maybe. Emmanuel Carrillo, what is my dream team? Bidoofs and Rowlets, obviously. I don't know, I actually don't have, like, a competitive dream team. Because like I said, I'm not a big competitive person. So, to me, like, trying to pick out the perfect Pokemon's never really been the fun of it to me. To me, it's been collecting all of the Pokemon. You thought Professor Birch was chased by a Poochyena? It depends on what game you are in. I believe it is... Is it Ruby and Sapphire both have a Poochyena and Emerald's the different one? Or is it that one of them is Zigzagoon as well? But I do know that, like, yeah, in at least some of Gen 3 games, Birch is being chased by a Poochyena. I know it's at least Sapphire, I think. A team full of Dragon types. Fair enough. Cody Scroggins, welcome to the stream. Are you asking what state I live in? I really don't get much more specific than, like, the East Coast. Both Poochyena and Ruby and Sapphire. Alright, that's what I thought. Because I know it's, like, it alternates. Like, Alpha Sapphire has Zigzagoon and Omega Ruby has Poochyena, or the other way around, I believe. Why only 19 watching? I don't know. Some days the streams are, like, really popular. Like, I've had streams where I have, like, 50 plus viewers, and I tend to have streams that average somewhere in the mid-20s, and there's always dips every once in a while. A dream team of baby Pokemon. There you go. They're too adorable for anyone to want to hit. And I'm noticing the quality still growing. And I think, as well, part of the thing with lower viewership than normal is just the stream quality, and that's my bad, honestly. That's something for me to need to fix. You know, it's not something for you guys to deal with, it's just something for me to have to fix myself. You have a lot of Mega Evolved Pokemon, getting Bayonet and Charizard soon. Awesome, John. Offline? Did it go offline, Dylan? I hope it didn't. We should be back up. You'll be heading out. See you tomorrow? Yes, Pokemon Master. I will be streaming again tomorrow. About the same time. Probably a little bit earlier, actually. Why did I do that? I am so ingrained in the soft resetting that I soft reset inside the start of the game. I hit A enough times, I was like, I need to click it. If the Shiny Treecko is from Omega Ruby, are you talking about the one that I have like on the there in the picture? Yeah, that is from the newer games, the GIF one. Yeah, just for a second, I'm good. Yeah, it's weird. Like, the stream seems to be, in general, it's okay. But the bitrate is just tanking every once in a while. And it's like, it's going to next to nothing. It's going to, like, 100 kilobits per second. Which is really kind of unacceptable. If I were doing hunting in Gen 4, would I use cute charm glitch? Maybe, Chef, maybe. It wouldn't be totally necessary, though, because you can actually chain for Pokemon. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you can actually chain for Pokemon, so it wouldn't be, like, impossible to hunt for them other ways. Which is kind of the only reason I would use the cute charm glitch, but I'd consider it if I was able to stream some hunts. Use the RNG method, and you get all the stars of that trick. Really? Okay. You're trying to make an this is ready to do SOS chain, but you don't know what moves do you put on it. I just know that the stream kind of cut out again. Otherwise, that was on my end that it did it, and I apologize. But you're trying to set up a Decidueye to do SOS chains, but you don't know what moves to do. You need False Swipe for sure, some kind of move that'll KO, and depending on what Pokemon you're hunting, you may need a Foresight type move. Are you late, Skylight Bomber? For when I used to stream, no, not at all. You're actually like really early, but I did start streaming an hour earlier today, and I'll be going for about another 45 minutes or so. So you are past the halfway mark, but you're not late. You made it. If you're here, you aren't late. What champion do I think is better, Steven or Wallace? Probably Steven. Honestly, I feel like I may just need to end my own preview of the game capture. Like, that's technically streaming. Like, I don't know why. It shouldn't affect up versus down, but yeah, it's being so bad right now, guys. It's going in and out. That is totally, like, something I need to fix. Can I hunt in another game? I could hunt in Leaf Green at some point, potentially. Actually, and that's actually where I plan on doing my next hunt, as soon as I get this Treecko. But I can't hunt in anything newer than Gen 3. So I just realized my bitrate dropped, so I'm going to just go ahead and say it again. I can't hunt in anything newer than Gen 3, just because I don't have a capture card that can do DS footage. Do I know the RNG method? It's easy, and you can also choose the IVs. I don't know. It's not working. Is the stream, like, going really bad right now, guys? Like, my internet is just tanking. Like, I don't know if it's people getting back in, like, from doing things all day or what, but the internet has just consistently gotten worse than it was at the beginning of the stream. We're up to we're past 7,000 drop frames. Like, that's what's happening now. It's not even streaming the game at 30 FPS. The soundtrack is so nostalgic. It really is. Like, I can't remember the songs off the top of my head, but as soon as I hear them, I'm like, yeah, that's memories of elementary school right there. Welcome back, Logan. You're hunting in Fire Red for Charmander right now? Good luck, Christian. I hope you get it. That is my next plan for a hunt. What was happening? So Grim, what's been happening is between my stream on Sunday and yesterday, I moved into a new apartment, and right now I'm on like the apartment complex's Wi-Fi, which is for everyone. So basically, I'm on it. Every single one of my devices is on it. My roommates, the people across the hall, everyone in the same building is going to be like on the same network. And so that kind of like, it's hard to spread Wi-Fi out that thin. So what happens is basically it just went away entirely. I'm not even going to talk until it comes back. Okay, yeah, it completely froze there for a second. I don't know, guys. I'm going to go for like another 10 minutes, and if it keeps doing this, I'm just going to call the stream 30 minutes early, because this is ridiculous. I know it's not enjoyable for you guys to watch something like this. Yeah, it looks so bad right now, guys. I know, and I apologize for that a lot. Yeah, so I don't know what you guys are seeing right now, but this is ridiculous. Yeah, it's not working correctly. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna call the stream, guys. Honestly, I apologize a lot. I apologize profusely, but the internet is so bad right now. I can't actually stream, so. So yeah, guys, unfortunately, I think I'm going to just end the stream now, because it's kind of getting bad. So, yeah, for anyone who is still able to watch, I would like to say thank you guys for all tuning in and actually watching the stream and bearing with me through these awful internet issues. And again, like, thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. It means a lot. And a special thanks to Filippo C for donating again. It is amazing to hear or to see that people are interested enough and are willing to donate and help me out. Because what it means is the streams are going to get better when I can start affording more equipment and stuff. And so let's see what this Torchic is, and then we will end the stream, because this is just bad, guys. I'm sorry. But Torchic wasn't shiny, so I will see you guys again tomorrow, hopefully with some better internet, and I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.